35. I've been in my career field for about 10 years, and I'm finally giving in to my desire to start actually taking YouTube seriously. And I'm going to share some of the tools that I'm using. Honestly, I have a very minimal setup, so I'm going to share exactly what I'm using to start filming my first videos. I have yet to discover my niche, but what I do know is that I am very passionate about teaching people how to actually monetize their platforms. I started off on TikTok, but I've come to find is that TikTok and YouTube, they have a lot of similarities. What you're going to come to find is that YouTube is connected to the absolute largest search engine in the world, and that is Google. Makes YouTube the second largest. So you are on a platform where people are actively searching for solutions to their problems. Nothing like a good cup of coffee, right? Cheers to getting started on being a content creator. Which leads me to my next point. What is the skill that you know that people often are like, how did you do that? If you can take that intellectual property and transfer it onto the video space, then you have what they say is a successful YouTube channel. There's a lot of other components that are coming into play with this. This I've compiled from just the research, which is really important. It took me about 6 hours of watching other creators to learn this information. So you can just hunker down, take 6 hours, take about an hour a day to watch a YouTube video a day, very specifically teaching you how to get started. YouTube optimizes videos through search engine optimization. If you don't know what SEO is, which is an acronym for search engine optimization, the method at which YouTube gets to know the context of your content, right? So if YouTube doesn't know what's inside your video, then it won't know who to push it out to. Think of YouTube as a person who's wanting to connect you with other people at a cocktail party, right? It's like the digital networking assistant. YouTube wants creators to do well. Actually, right now, YouTube is pushing smaller creators from what I've been learning, and that's amazing, right? After doing your research, then you can start talking or thinking about, picking up equipment. By the way, my setup is really not complicated. When I first started filming vlogs, I would just film on my 14 Pro, and I had a little cheap tripod, which I'm filming on now currently. I have just upgraded to, hi buddy, come on in, good boy. I have just upgraded to a Sony ZV-1, which is a pretty recent thing that I've done, literally last night. This is where it gets a little bit more complicated. Say hi to Holland. This is my sister's dog. He's the cutest. He is a handsome boy. I'm also, for this camera, you don't need a light, but I like these little clip-on selfie lights. As you can see, it changes the quality of the video. Hold on, bud. You can turn it on and off right here. I'm gonna have all of these equipments linked in my description. I like the multicolor setting. It's the best. Come here. No, come, sit down. Sit down right here. That light, a camera. I just used that light in my iPhone, and I would only use the light if it was getting dark out. Like, for example, it's nighttime right now. The next thing I would make sure to have in place is a software for editing. Personally, I know there's a lot of like, what is it, Final Cut Pro or whatever. You don't really need things like that. I'm currently using CapCut. Personally, I love it. It's free. You can also integrate captions in there, which will really help for SEO. It'll really help to get your video discovered easier. I like this camera because it has a mic integrated into the camera already, but if you just use your iPhone, personally, the iPhone camera is enough. Like, let's say you're vlogging too, like, you're fine as long as you're speaking close to the camera. The most important part from what I read is the actual posting. Thumbnail, title, description, making sure that SEO is integrated into all three, because all three are opportunities to get someone to stop from scrolling away from your video and actually trying to figure out what is in your video. Along with that, whatever the AI that's inside of YouTube, I'm not sure if it's the same as TikTok, but it's a way for YouTube to find out what exactly is in your video so that YouTube can then push your video out to the correct audience. YouTube wants creators to do well because it's also a business. You have to think about that. The more creators there are, the more ads they can run, and the more ads they can run, the more money they make. So it benefits them. It's a win-win situation. Another thing that's like kind of secret, that's like kind of a hack, is that utilizing ChatGPT. So as far as making sure that your title, your description, your tags, and your thumbnails incorporate SEO, which is search engine optimized keywords, you can actually go into ChatGPT and instruct ChatGPT on what it is that you need. So you can be like, hey, I need a description for a small creator who is trying to get ranked with SEO. My niche is, you can describe your niche, and then you can say what you're talking about in the video. Talk about the fact that it's a journey. You know, people love journey videos, which is why I am actually inviting you into my journey as a small creator. I'm inviting you in. So what I'm going to be doing now, is it going to work for me? I don't know. I guess we can only wait and see what happens, right? Let's see if something actually happens. Like everything that these YouTube people are telling us to do, does it work? Another thing is posting times. I heard one creator say she posts at 6 p.m. So I'm gonna just do that. Or just like another hack that I heard that I haven't heard a lot of creators talk about is posting it, putting it on private, making sure everything is SEO optimized, and leaving it on private for 24 hours so that the YouTube algorithm can understand who to push it out to before you put it on public. After 24 hours, then put it on public, and then it's like you are giving it like a jump start. You're giving it, you know, like a little boost. So these are all things that I've learned in my research era. Hopefully you are in your research era as well. I am in the research phase, but now I am, as you can see, filming and about to post. Again, this is my first time filming, editing, and posting a video through my new camera, Sony ZV-1. And each and every single post try to improve just one thing. We're gonna do that. Yeah, overall, this is my video. Thank you for joining me today. If you want to join me for this journey, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below and introduce yourself if you're a small creator that's trying to grow, okay? Let's just admit that we want to grow. We want to make this a career, okay? Let's just say it. Let's just say it with our chests. Say it with your chest, okay? And just know that that's what all of us creators should be doing, sharing tips with each other, growing, because ultimately we want to grow. I'll see you in the next video.